Hello folks, and good afternoon. Kirk here with Kirk Giordano Plastering. What we're going to do is we're going to show you how to wire this guy right here. This is a pizza oven. We did this a year or two ago. We gave it a Santa Barbara smooth mission finish. Came out real beautiful. How he lifted it, I don't know. But he did lift it. He lifted it and he put this piece in. I guess he got tired of bending down. I don't blame him. Anyhow, what I'm going to do here is, the top is a different structure than the bottom. The bottom is steel stud framing, and we're going to put some corners on here and screw it all in. We're going to apply a weldcrete to this board they have here. This board right here is for tile, but it'll also work for stucco. So we're going to go ahead and put corners on this, and you'll see us shooting some weldcrete on it. This I could roll it out. On the other side here, he already put wire on it. He put let me show you folks this right here. This is a 3.4 wire mesh, and it's fine. You can use it, but if you're going to put a wire over a flat surface, you want to go with a 3.4 self-furred wire, which means as we apply it, it's self-furred, it's dimpled in the back, so the mud goes in the back. It's kind of like soffits, where we put this on the soffit, you plaster it, and mushrooms in back, and that's what it adheres. But anyway, I have my spray bottle, so I'm going to hit this with weldcrete, and the weldcrete will go behind here and blend in with the wire. That way we put our mud on here and it will adhere. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and do the wires, and then I'll show you how we're spreading this out. And we're going to come back another day to do the color coat, but today we're just going to apply the brown coat. Okay guys, now we're going to go ahead and spray it out. And I'm using this spray bottle because it's already wired. And because it's already wired, I want to get the bonding agent intertwined with all the wire. I put the corners on. We got corners here, corners over here. And now I'm going to spread it out. Alright guys, end of the day, long week, Friday, and we all want to go home. What we're going to do here is just spread this out and come back Monday to do the color finish. You get where I'm going with this? Alright guys, now what I'm doing is putting the second coat on. That first one is pretty tight already. And hopefully we'll have enough daylight and you can see what we're doing here. Now I'm just taking the Darby here and just bringing it up, shooting plumb. And I'm going to bullnose these tops right here where it meets our old work, just like that. And next week I will come and put the finish coat on here. There's that. In front here I actually made it pretty inside this little door opening, just like that. Here, just like that. Then I'm going to close this up. Alright guys, I'm at the stage where the base coat is set enough, and now what I'm doing is it's pretty wet still. I'm bullnosing these areas like so. Then I'm taking my sponge and cleaning them off. I'm just going with a hard steel trowel finish because if I float it, say I give it all, I do this and I bring all the sand out. Then when I come to do that Santa Barbara, it's going to catch every little grain and it's going to skip. So I don't want that. And when you hard steel a job, say this is a steel trowel finish, it's sealed in. It's going to be cracked like an egg when I come back to do that. But that's okay. That's fine. We generally don't seal it like this, but when we do the Santa Barbara, we do. Anyhow, you'll see it next week when we do the follow-up. Okay guys, it's been about a week. Now we're back to do the color finish. But before I apply this color finish on here, and by the way, we're using a Santa Barbara Smooth Mission finish, and this right here is white. Now crystal white of course it's on the La Habra color chart. One thing to remember about colors is there's two bags. One is base 100 and one is base 200. Base 100 is white, and that's for all the lighter colors. Usually base 200 is for the darker colors. So I get asked that question a lot too about the colors and the bases. Base is usually white, 200, that's 100 for the base, for the white. 200 is for the darker colors. Anyhow, I'm going to wet this down in a second and apply that, but before I do it, I want to show you guys, because I get asked this a lot too. We'll scratch a house and folks will say, gee, Kirk, will you go ahead and steel trowel it? And I say, no, I won't, because it will crack. Before I left here a week ago, I said I expected these, see these, can you zero in on these cracks? Look at these big cracks. This side here, and they're normal when you steel trowel something. If you steel trowel it, it's going to crack. But anyway, we're putting a color coat over this, so I'm going to hose it all down, saturate the walls with water. Okay guys, we're ready to do it. I'll give it a little bit of a saturation, otherwise as soon as I put the first coat on, it will absorb in it and I won't be able to get any strokes out of it. And with Santa Barbara, generally I do 2 coats. Everybody's got their own method. Me, I prefer 2 coats. I just get the bulk of the wall first, and then I come back to cut in. All right. Now cut in the top. And I have my little template with tape. And I bullnose these tops. And this is just the first coat. And why I'm doing 2 coats is because it gets out any flaws. Makes better color coverage. And there's not much to Santa Barbara. It's kind of like taping mud. There's not a whole lot of sand to it. Okay, just for the sake of explaining this, I'm going to go ahead and put my second coat on now. And this is actually, it's a little bitty wall, so it's kind of simple. The bigger the wall, the more difficult it is. All right, my next coat. A lot of elbow grease with this also. Back and forth over it, depending on what folks want. I think I just have enough to finish off this one side here, because I already did the rear and that other side. And remember, get that bull nose, the top. And my last hot bowl. We've done a lot of pizza ovens. I've done them out of block wall, out of brick, you name them, concrete. I've done about 30 of them. We've done a lot of fancy barbecues where we'll just come in and we'll put the next coat on it. There. I've had folks buy them from Home Depot. Online, they'll build them and they'll call us and say, hey, you ever finished a barbecue? And of course, I've done quite a few of them. So you come in. With the Santa Barbaras and the color codes, another thing is it's, okay, say we're spread out now. I usually will take a brand new brush. Probably cheap to throw away, it's about $3. Because they're real thin, and just you can hit this right here, and you do your corners with it. And when I'm doing the corners, I'm taking the side of this brush, just right there on the side, and I'm going upward, usually. a little bit of water, and that makes that corner stronger. And plus it makes it pretty smooth too with the finish we're trying to achieve. Just like when I pull this tape off, then I'm going to hit it again. And there's that. Now pull the tape off, and yeah, it's going to pull some of the color off. Nature of it. All right, now I'll take this thin throwaway brush and just, now I'm using the tip to get in the top here. A little bit of water, and that just ties it right in. I'll tell you, these little $2 throwaways are just right for this job. Just like that. Well, I'm going to go ahead and finish up the rest of it. And when I get complete, I'll show you guys the conclusion of it. All right, guys, there you have it. There's 2 coats on everything, and these little cheap brushes, I'll tell you. A little bit of water on them, then you get your corners after you do the tape. You get these corners here. You want to walk around, well, the same thing over here that you see right here. It's just a little wall. Anyway, that's how you do the second coat of Santa Barbara Smooth Mission Finish on a barbecue, pizza oven, you name it, we do them. We do houses too. Anyhow, folks, thank you for watching. My name is Kirk. I'm with Kirk Giordano Plastering. We'll see you guys on the next one.